LeBron James versus Michael Jordan. Ali versus Tyson. Jack Nicklaus versus Tiger Woods. It is an age-old debate which player, or in today's case, which team across different eras is truly the greatest. In this video, I will be pinning two of baseball's strongest dynasties, the best teams ever, head-to-head in a 7-game series to see who is truly the best. The 2026 Dodgers will take on the 1998 Yankees, who had 114 wins in that season. In order to test this, I have recreated the exact 1998 Yankees roster in MLB The Show's franchise mode and tailored and tested their attributes to simulate as close as possible to how they actually performed in that season. The 98 Yankees starting rotation is absolutely nuts, headlined by David Cone, David Wells, a young Andy Pettitte. They went 79 and 35 in decisions during this season. And in the lineup is one of the most iconic players of all time. Derek Jeter, in the heart of his prime, one of the best seasons that he had was 98. And there's one more guy on this team, the greatest closer of all time, Mariano Rivera. The 2026 Dodgers, which you're probably already familiar with, are going to have to try to take down this roster, which is not going to be an easy challenge at all. They are still one hell of a team with 3 future Hall of Famers in the lineup, including the greatest player of all time, Shohei Ohtani. Not to mention, in this offseason, they added Kyle Tucker and Edwin Diaz at the back end of their bullpen. Oh, and the Dodgers starting rotation, it's also nasty. Who is the best dynasty? Which team is the best? Who's going to take this home? We start to find out right now. Game 1, here we go. It is a cloudy day in Los Angeles, and Shohei Ohtani is taking the mound. Derek Jeter, superstar and future captain of the Yankees, 7.5 WAR this season, led the league in runs, but Shohei strikes him out in the first. For the Yanks, David Wells takes the mound. He threw a perfect game in 1998. How will he fare today? In this save file, the Dodgers added Chase Meidroth and Brett Beatty, and there you see Wells' nasty curveball, which he uses to strike out Meidroth. Now in steps the GOAT, Shohei, who flies out in his first at-bat of the series. Bottom of the second, Shohei strikes out veteran Darryl Strawberry, and he's cruising through 2 innings. Wells strikes out Teoscar, and he strikes out Freddie Freeman here to match Shohei and keep us scoreless through 2. Top of the third, and Scott Brocious leads off the inning with a walk. The count goes full to catcher Jorge Posada, who murders one to open up the scoring, no doubter, and it's 2-0 Yankees in Game 1. Just 2 batters later, the leadoff hitter with his unique batting stance, Chuck Knobloch, gets into this one. That's back to deep left, and that's gone. 3-0 New York. The very next batter, Derek Jeter, knocks one off the wall for a triple, and things are getting out of hand. Shohei is on the ropes early. Outfielder Paul O'Neill drives in Jeter with this grounder, and it's 4-0. Shohei's struggling on the mound. Can he make up for it at the plate? No, he cannot. He went around. And he's out of the game already, starting the 5th inning. The Dodgers go to the bullpen. Now in the bottom of the 5th, Wells continues to roll, striking out Freddie Freeman for his 8th K. Freeman does have a nice diving play here to end the 6th, but the Dodgers are still looking to respond. Kyle Tucker with a grounder past the shift, and the Dodgers get a 2-out base runner. Meidroth singles up the middle. Could this be the start of something? Ohtani up in a huge spot. Wells delivers a 1-2, and he strikes him out on a curveball. David Wells with 6 scoreless innings in Game 1. Right away in the 7th, the Yankees add a 5th run on this homer by Scott Brocious, one of the lesser-known legends from this 98 squad. Jeter drives in another, and this one is looking over. The Dodgers do get on the board, but reliever Mike Stanton ultimately gets Freddie Freeman to fly out, and that ends a dominant Game 1 on both sides of the ball for the 98 Yankees. Dodgers enter Game 2 at home, needing a bounce back, and the 2025 World Series MVP, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, leads the charge. On the mound for the Yankees is David Cone, who, just like David Wells, has also thrown a perfect game, and besides that, an immaculate inning. 2 outs here, and here's Shohei, who smokes a ball into right, but it hangs up, scoreless after the first. Wind blowing in hard from dead center tonight. And Mookie with a nice swing in the 4th, deep into right, but Paul O'Neill tracks it down with a nice running catch. In the fifth, the bases end up loaded as left fielder Ledee walks. None other than Derek Jeter coming to the plate. This is a huge moment in this game. Yamamoto gears up a fastball right down the middle, but Jeter is under it, and Yoshi escapes the jam. Meanwhile, David Cone has been perfect through 5 until Teoscar breaks it up. It amounts to nothing though, as Cone gets the next 3, including Kyle Tucker. The Yankees' 2 setup men getting moving in the bottom of the 7th. Nelson and Lloyd LLC were pretty reliable in 98 and might be coming in as Mookie gets one down the line for extra bases. Instead, Cone stays in for Ohtani, who grounds out to Jeter but moves the runner to third. Pitch number 107 on the way, he gets Freeman. It is still 0-0. And now Jeff Nelson does come in for the 8th. The 6'8" righty has a sidearm release and a nasty sinker sweeper combo, which you see right there. He has a clean inning, and Tanner Scott for the Dodgers matches him with a clean 9th. Dodgers can walk this off, 9-1-2 due up against another 6'8" reliever, the Aussie southpaw Graham Lloyd. Lloyd gets Tucker, and Mookie, we're going to extras. Both teams have been exhausting their bullpens as we are all the way into the bottom of the 14th, still tied at 0. Dodgers' 5th chance to walk this game off now. 2 outs here, Tucker at the plate, full count pitch, and Mike Stanton delivers ball 4. With that, Ramiro Mendoza gets the ball. He was the Yanks' long man in 98 with 130 innings and about a 3 ERA. He was pretty reliable, but Mookie singles up the middle, winning run on second. Here comes Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani, grounder to first. The legendary pitcher's duel continues. Roki Sasaki is now coming in the top of the 16th. He gets the first 2 outs but walks Chuck Knobloch. Knobloch swipes second base. Here's Jeter. Best opportunity for New York in a while. 2-2 on its way. Jeter lines one into right. The first run of the game comes home finally. Clutch as ever, Derek Jeter gives the Yankees the lead. Enter Sandman. Finally a save opportunity for Mariano Rivera, whose attributes are absolutely insane, and deservedly so. He's the GOAT. 7, 8, 9 due up, and 7 goes down swinging. 8, Pages strikes out 2. 1 out away, and Mariano with the signature cutter cuts down Beatty. Yankees win a marathon game 2 and go up 2-0 in this series. Wow. Interrupting the action here because I want to ask you, what 2 legendary teams do you want to see go head-to-head next? Comment down below, and also if you're enjoying the video, please like and consider subscribing. Thank you. We head to the Bronx. LA needs to get a win on the board as soon as possible. Full house here. It's game 3. Orlando Hernandez gets the start for New York. He was very good in 1998. Tucker grounder to Jeter for the first out. Betts up next. He gets this one through the hole. Here's Ohtani with a walk, 2 on, but Smith flies out. And so does Freddie Freeman, opportunity missed. 2-time Cy Young winner lefty Blake Snell for the Dodgers. He's gotten the first 2 outs, and he strikes out Paul O'Neill, clean first. Snell is an all-time great strikeout pitcher, and he seems locked in today. Into the third, Betts with a 2-out single sets up Ohtani again. He hasn't had his moment yet in the series. Count goes to full. Here's the pitch, smoked into left center. Dodgers strike first. Clutch double, 104 off the bat, and it's 1-0. If there's an Achilles heel for Snell, it's walks, and he gives one up to Posada in the third here with 1 out. Yankees looking to respond. Another walk, this time to veteran Tim Raines. Raines is one of the 3 guys on this Yankees roster that is currently in the Hall of Fame. It's him, Derek Jeter, and Mariano Rivera. He also invented swag, so that's probably more important. Look at him in the OG Expos jerseys. I mean, come on. Back to the action. That walk from Raines sets up Jeter with 2 on, and Snell gets him swinging. Big pitch, and he is amped up. Tino Martinez gets into one here in the 4th, but Andy Pages tracks it down. 118 feet back to the track there. What a play. Snell does get a grounder here to end the 4th, but his pitch count is starting to get up there. But so far he is outdueling Hernandez in game 3. Kyle Tucker gets a double here in the 5th. And Mookie hammers one to center, but Williams gets there. Both center fielders flashing the leather in this series, saving runs for their starters. We're in the 6th now, and Jeter draws a walk. Dodgers decide to go to their bullpen. Great outing from Snell, although he doesn't go super deep into the game. Bonda comes in, and this ball's in the dirt. Jeter was taking off for second already and gets into scoring position easily. Grounder up the middle, diving play by Beatty for the second out, keeping the Yankees off the board. Hernandez is also done for the day. Battle of the bullpens from here on out. Besides Mariano and the 2 setup guys, the Yankees bullpen from 1998 was nothing special at all, but the thing is that their rotation was so good that it didn't matter. Their starters would go so deep into games. It truly was a different era compared to now when 5 innings is a pretty good outing for your typical starter in 2026. Beatty follows up that diving play with a leadoff double here in the 7th. He might be the MVP of this game. Dodgers with a great chance to add on, and right on cue, Mookie singles up the line, 2-0 Los Angeles. Late in the game now, bottom 7, no outs, and wow, Scott Brosius, nuke into left, it's 2-1. My goodness, did you see that? He took a picture of it. I don't know if I've ever seen that disrespectful of a pimp job. Yankees cut the lead in half there, top of the 8th, and Freddie Freeman responds right away with a home run of his own, 2-run lead again for LA. With that, only 3 outs left for New York to make a comeback against 2-time reliever of the year, Edwin Diaz. And strikeout to Martinez, 1 down. Does Brosius want to stunt on these guys again here? Nope, not this time. 2 down. 98 Yankees down to their final strike. Diaz downhill, strike 3 at the knees. LA gets their first win of the series. Home team has lost all 3 games played so far. What is in store for game 4? Rising star Andy Pettitte gets the pill. In 98, he only had a decent year, which is reflected in his attributes here in the game. We'll see what he brings to the table today against Tyler Glasnow. 2 singles in the 3rd, Dodgers getting something going as Ohtani steps in, manages to hold back his swing, and the bases are loaded for Will Smith. Grounder up the line, foul. 2-2, and this time he goes around, strike 3, Pettitte gets out of a big jam. Bottom 4 now, Bernie Williams, laser beam that gets over the wall. 1-0 New York, what a swing. Top 5 now, Dodgers answer back. Here's a double, Kyle Tucker, who is on one of the richest contracts in baseball history. Nice swing. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. Meidrith grounds out, but that does tie it up. Pettitte has to face Shohei again. Bullpen is warming. 1-2, pitch, strike 3. 6th inning, Jeter having an extended at-bat, fouling off several pitches. Another 3-2 coming, and he barely holds off on that swing. He's on first, pickoff move, gets away, but it hits the first base coach. Are you kidding me? And the home crowd is letting him hear it. Stroke of luck for LA, another deep count, Glasnow tiring out, but Bernie reaches for the 12-6er and strikes out. We are still headed to the 7th, and it's bullpen time. Grounder and diving play from Jeter ends the inning. Remember, 1998 was the year of this play. You know the one. Sidearmer Jeff Nelson back in the top of the 8th. Meidrith leads off with a single. Ohtani rips one. That's a double, and the Dodgers get a late lead. Teoscar brings home Shohei with a single up the middle. It is 3-1. Dodgers in pole position can now set up Tanner Scott for the 8th and Edwin Diaz warming up for the 9th. Things were going smoothly for Scott until he hits Knobloch here. Knobloch stole second, and then Jeter with a liner into right center. Paz can't come up with it. A run scores. Dave Roberts has to fire his biggest bullet earlier than expected. Here comes Diaz, the closer. Crowd on their feet. Paul O'Neill at the plate hits one hard up the right field line. If it's fair, it's gone. It's fair, and it's gone. 3rd deck, 2-run homer for O'Neill. This game flips on its head. The Yankees go up 1. No way. And with that, Mariano gets the nod. Yankees now in the driver's seat to go up 3-1 in the series. But wait, Mookie, Up the line, that's back deep, and it's off the wall. Double for Betts. Mariano gets the next 2 outs, but the Dodgers aren't done yet. Maedroth last chance, hits one into right. This get down. Play at the plate, throw is offline. Tie, ball game. Game 4 is not over yet. Yankees do threaten in the 9th, but Brock Stewart with a huge K. We are going to extras for the 2nd time in the series. Moving ahead a little bit here into the 13th, Hideki Irabu coming in. This was a great year for a man who had a very tumultuous life. In a jam here, Irabu steps up with a wonderful curveball. He gets out of it and needs to be ready to go deep into the night if needed. The pen is run thin. Bottom half of the inning, Jeter with the jam shot. Yankees have a leadoff runner here with wheels. And there we go. The future captain swipes second. We get Tino Martinez at the plate. He lines one into right. This could be it. But the runner does not go. Bases loaded. Winning run 90 feet from home plate. Darryl Strawberry. Another one of the veterans can win it now. Count full. Payoff pitch. Swung on. Out to center. Is this deep enough? Pages has a great arm, but it's offline. Game over. Yankees take a 3-1 series lead on the walk-off. The grounds crew starts prepping the field for a decider tomorrow night. The matchup is Wells and Ohtani. This did not go well for the Blue Crew in Game 1 of the series, and this time, it's an elimination game. 58,000 New York fans will wear their hearts on their sleeve. This is the last game in the Bronx. Already flashing the leather, Knobloch with a diving play for the first out of the game. Ohtani fans, and Wells looks determined. Shohei desperately needs a bounce back from his last outing, and that might not be happening as Bernie Williams goes opposite field in the first. It's 1-0 already. Shohei wavering, 2 straight walks. 2 on, 2 out, and Tino Martinez, that's up the hole. It's 2-0. Meanwhile, Wells looks to be cruising again. No base runners for the Dodgers through 3, make that 4 innings. Ohtani hasn't given up a run since the first. We're in the 5th now, and back-to-back 1-out walks for Shohei. That's going to do it for his outing. Not a strong pitching performance for the GOAT in this video. He hands it over to Roki. First man up is Bernie Williams, who Roki strikes out on a splitter. And he gets the fly out from Posada, keeping the deficit at 2. Dodger offense has to get going, but Wells is looking unstoppable. He is perfect through 6 as Jeter makes a nice play. Kyle Tucker comes up in the 7th, and he draws a walk. There goes the perfect game. Trying to mount a comeback, Tino Martinez, nice play, but not able to get 2. This game is still close. However, Wells is carrying the Yankees over the finish line, gets out of the inning. What a start. Only 6 more outs to get, and the Yankees will take this series home. We've seen Nelson a couple of times. He gets the 8th and goes 1-2-3 to hand it over to Mariano. Weaponizing that cutter, he strikes out Mookie. Brett Beatty gets jammed a little here, but that's carrying. Back to the wall. Caught. 2 outs now. The last man up is Kyle Tucker. Mo can end this. Delivers, and there it is. Strike 3. 98 Yankees win. The battle of eras, of generations, has been decided, and the 1998 Yankees roster proves to be too much for the 26 Dodgers to handle. The starting rotation was suffocating, and the offense found their power for this series. It's a dominant 4-1 final. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please drop a like and sub for more content. And as I mentioned earlier, I want to know what matchup you want to see next, and the most liked comment will be the next head-to-head. So comment below. I'll see you soon. Peace.